Hello and welcome. If you're a parent, you know how exciting it is to hear your child say their very first words. That little mama or dada feels like music to your ears, and from that moment on, you can't wait for them to say more. But what happens when your toddler is taking a little longer to find their words? Don't worry, you're not alone. Every child develops at their own pace, but there are simple and natural ways you can encourage your little one to start talking sooner. In today's video, we're going to talk about some easy, everyday tips that can really help boost your toddler's language skills. One of the most powerful ways to encourage speech is through talking to your child regularly. It may seem obvious, but the more your toddler hears language, the easier it becomes for them to use it. Narrate your day, describe what you're doing as you cook, clean, or even while you're driving. Say things like, "I'm cutting the apple," or "Look at the red car." These constant little conversations create a language-rich environment and give your toddler words to absorb and eventually try out on their own. Alongside talking, listening plays an equally important role. It's easy as adults to get caught up in guiding, teaching, or instructing, but when your toddler makes an effort to say something, whether it's a word, a sound, or even a gesture, pause and listen. Give them your full attention, smile, and respond. This shows them that their attempts to communicate are valuable, and it motivates them to keep trying. Reading is another wonderful tool to get toddlers talking. Picture books, storybooks, and even simple board books can be magical. Don't just read the words on the page, point to the pictures, ask questions, and pause for them to respond. For example, if there's a dog on the page, you can say, "What's this? Can you say dog?" Even if they just make a sound, praise their effort. Reading together creates not only a bonding experience, but also a chance to introduce new words and phrases in a fun, playful way. Songs and rhymes are also very effective. Toddlers love rhythm and repetition, which is why nursery rhymes and songs like "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star" or "The Wheels on the Bus" are so popular. The repetitive patterns help children remember words, and singing them makes language feel like a game rather than a lesson. Add some hand motions or clapping along, and you'll notice how quickly your child starts trying to copy the words. Playtime is another golden opportunity to spark talking. When you're playing with blocks, dolls, or cars, try to use descriptive words. Instead of just stacking blocks silently, say, "Up, up, up," or when the blocks fall, say, "Oh no, they fell down." This introduces action words, sounds, and emotions into play, which your toddler will start to imitate. Pretend play is especially powerful because it opens up imagination and dialogue. Acting out scenarios like cooking, shopping, or feeding a doll can encourage back and forth exchanges. Something else that makes a big difference is keeping your language simple and clear. Use short phrases and repeat them often. Instead of saying, "Would you like to come and sit down for dinner now?" you might just say, "Come sit." Dinner time. Short sentences are easier for toddlers to understand and copy. Once they get comfortable with single words or short phrases, you can gradually expand your sentences. It's also important to give your toddler time to respond. Sometimes we're quick to jump in and finish their sentence or guess what they want, but silence is valuable. After asking a question like, "Do you want milk or juice?" wait a few seconds. That pause gives them the chance to process the words and attempt to answer, even if it's just a sound or pointing. Over time, those attempts become words. And let's not forget encouragement. Celebrate every effort, no matter how small. If your toddler says, "WA," when trying to say, "water," clap and smile and say, "Yes, water. You did it." Positive reinforcement builds confidence, and confidence fuels more talking. Try to avoid correcting too harshly. Gentle repetition of the right word works much better than saying, "No, that's wrong." Lastly, remember that every child is unique. Some toddlers may start talking earlier, while others take a little longer. As long as your child is engaging with you, making sounds, and showing interest in communication, progress is happening. However, if you do feel concerned about delays, never hesitate to speak to your pediatrician or a speech therapist. Getting reassurance or guidance early on can make a big difference and put your mind at ease. So there you have it, simple, natural ways to help your toddler find their words and start talking sooner. The beauty is that you don't need fancy tools or expensive programs. Your everyday interactions are the most powerful tool you have. Talk to them, listen, read, sing, play, keep things simple, give them time, and celebrate their little victories. Each word will come in its own time, and before you know it, you'll be amazed at how much your toddler has to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other parents who might need a little encouragement. And tell me in the comments, what's the cutest word your toddler has said so far? I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep enjoying those precious milestones with your little one.